Hey losers, welcome back to Wario Land Shake It. In this part, to my regret, I had to take a bath.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I probably should have given. I should give people the heads up. But we can continue though. I was going to be like,
Hey, Miyazaki, eat your heart out.
Hey, okay, this animation is good, but I'm sorry. No.
what did he
Just
say?
a big old nope.
He said rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah, he says that or Let's Apple whenever he starts the stage.
So did Martinet make new recordings for this game?
Oh yeah, everything, every clip in this game is original.
Nice.
And again, Martin had a heck of a time voicing Wario's lines. In fact, if you were to this is something I don't show off because honestly it'd be kind of a time waste. But like if you like his idle animation, like if you wait too long, Wario is literally getting antsy and he literally says,
Come on, pick it up and play it.
But it's still not going to be. It's still not going to be any Wario World Pause music.
"No, there's no Wario."
For like 50 straight seconds.
I feel like as awesome as Odyssey is, I feel like Martinet has the most fun with Wario games.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Wario as a personality is more fun to just play out.
I guess.
Well, he's definitely more expressive.
I will say, though, probably the one game that he wants to do most then is a Waluigi game.
Whoa.
I'll pass on that, thanks.
Well, looks like we're not getting this achievement.
Waluigi's personality. Was the achievement literally don't touch water?
Don't touch the water.
In this section, anyway.
And for our troubles, we get a recyclable bottle of water.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, how are you supposed to get that achievement and the trophy at the same time?
You can't. Like I said, there's certain stages where you can't get all the treasures and clear all the achievements at the same time. Which I will admit is probably the one big stain on this game. Assuming you're really going for that kind of stuff. Me personally, I really don't care so much about the achievements because unlocking the song sounds cool and all, but that's what YouTube's for.
Yeah.
My God. But my God. Oh, careful. Oh, here we go. Don't tell me we can.
Gotta go fast!
Going
Go
wild.
fast!
Oh crap, they're electric now.
Yep. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but I'll take it. And okay, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen.
Well, technically they are balloon creatures, and balloons do... they are balloon characters, and balloons do conduct electricity, so...
True.
Well, it's a good thing enemies respawn when you re-enter the room, so...
Yep.
You got a job to do. Now get lost!
So, with that said, oh my gosh, they need to make another game like this. Like, how well did this game perform?
I mean, I want to say it was at least a modest success, but like, again, you can find it for pretty cheap at GameStop, and it's not like everyone's like praising this game left and right, even though I kind of think it deserves a decent chunk of that. But like, I don't know. This isn't really. This definitely isn't. How should I put this? This is to me is pretty much an overlooked gem on the Wii, among several others, like say Little King's Story or a Klonoa.
Zack and Wiki. Or that.
Zack and Wiki as well, which thankfully did get a virtual console release.
Yeah, I gotta play that later.
And actually,
No one ever got one.
I was about to say, I'm not quite sure if it's really fair to count Klonoa, since that's a remake of a PlayStation game.
Even then, it's like it's a remake being made like 10 years later.
Then I don't like the voice acting in the remake.
Well, to be fair, that's only the English dub. The regular Phantom Isle dub is still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Now that being said, I don't see why they needed to change the script so badly, but whatever.
Nice.
We can get more into that whenever we decide to do that. Klonoa we rate
Iron
commentary. Yep, we got some armor. Unfortunately, it can't quite fit Wario's fat bulbous chest.
Yeah. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be kind of...
This armor is too puny for my pecs.
Exactly. But it's like, you mentioned us doing, like, the Klonoa remake. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be both interesting and a little bit disheartening to be going through to that for obvious reasons.
I know. Well, to be fair, I kind of found a good enough excuse to do so, considering the fact that in a few days, Klonoa's turning 20.
Oh, dear lord.
Wow.
Devil damn. So many franchises are getting old nowadays. Like, how old is
Yes,
Sly
they
at this
are.
point in time?
Sly is 15.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as bad. still.
Still, just to say. Actually, you know what, James, you do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I took an oath.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, come on.
I'm fine with that.
The most I can say is, get yourself a cracker, you old has-been.
Hey,
You don't want to hear
I
about
took
James'
back.
multiple chins.
Ow!
You mean Wario's?
I
Okay.
took back my thing on not being the pun man anymore. Do it this
That's
once.
fair. Okay. You're old. You're old. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics other than me having yourself a cracker. You old has-been.
I was like, you've
Look at
got
yourself,
multiple
you got multiple chins. 'Cause you're old.
Anyway, so
You're an old one, Mr. Wah.
Mr.
Perfect. Actually, considering it's December now, that's actually appropriate.
Exactly.
Nice. I didn't know you could
At the
do
time
that.
of us recording it.
Anyway,
I breach like a graceful dolphin.
Yeah. Wario is a bit
Really,
graceful. graceful.
Actually, more like
whale.
a killer whale.
Free
No,
Wally.
an orca even.
Killer
Free
whale
Wally
is
was
an
different.
orca. And that's
Oh,
where
yeah,
Free
it's a
Willy
Free Willy.
was.
Wally. Anyway, moving on. Now I'm okay. Crap. Now I'm just thinking. When I was trying to make a joke about that, now I'm thinking of freaking like, what if? Uh-oh.
No. Actually, even better. Wario's about as graceful as a manatee.
Manatee!
By the way, I know this is very old news, but I am happy that manatees are no longer extinct.
Yay. Meanwhile, I'm also thinking of what if Pixar's Wally had Wario just Wally.
Yeah. Would be Eve then.
Not sure. Also, here we go. Shortcut.
And the best part is, while you're dashing, you can run on top of water.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
already
pointed that out a
knew
little earlier.
I still think it's cool. Anyway, let's get there before the time runs out.
Fuck
Okay.
you, sign!
Oop.
Fuck you, science! Fat men can run!
So what are the only things that can stop your momentum?
If you hold down in order to dive, or if you well...
K to my heart. Turns into
Goodbye,
a turn.
cards.
K to my C, K to my C, K to my heart.
I love that post.
Heart.
Hey,
Sorry,
my
Mick, but
favorite,
some-
Mickey!
Hey,
Or
don't tell
me,
anyone, but someone told me that nobody was here.
Nobody was here. But I'll forget it. And that's the response everyone should have. So with that said,
Sorry, Goof. But yeah, unfortunately, since we do not have the power of the Dashums, we're gonna have to hoof it. Though thankfully the charge is a decent enough substitute.
oh well. No.
There you are.
And unfortunately, oh, and that's why we need their magic to hold the door back up for us to leave.
Right.
Also, a little something about the Murphles that I'm pretty sure a lot of us have already noticed. I think they're pre-rendered models.
Yeah,
Some
they
of
are.
them are.
Well, during gameplay they are. It's just that, I mean, they look very nice. It's kind of obvious that they were 3D models, like, pre-rendered for this game.
Oh well.
Production IG had a budget, you know.
With that being said, I'm kind of curious. With all the 2D that this game has, why did they pick the Murphles to make, like, CGI?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Well, I think Shake King is also 3D, isn't he?
No, he's not. Shaking's always 2D. The only 3D or pre-rendered models, as far as I know, are the Murphles and the garlic that you can pick up. There might be other things,
yeah.
but I don't immediately remember them. But for this game, for this level, we have the Unibucket.
With tilt controls.
Yep. I'm going to call you Uni.
So I was gonna say, I also just remember something we can talk about. How's the music?
Oh, dude, the music in this game is great. Very underrated.
Yeah, I really do love a lot of the tracks.
Like, honestly, out of all the things that the composer has done between all of Goodfield's games, I honestly think this one's the best. It's got a lot of ow. But yeah, it's got a lot of variety, like even more so than, say, Yoshi's Woolly World, and like it's nice feel-good music.
Done by Good Feel.
Exactly.
Was this Good Feel's first game, or was Epic Yarn their first one?
It was their first Nintendo game.
Yeah, this was their first game with Nintendo. I don't know if they've done any other games beforehand. I don't think they did, because technically I think this was their next game after, like, that one Gun Body Goemon game we talked about earlier for that was still under Konami.
Because now that I was hearing it, I was realizing I'm noticing a lot of sound effects and things that I remember in Kirby's Epic Yarn as well.
Oh yeah, they like Kirby. All the Nintendo stuff that they've done do share sound effects.
Like whenever he hits that button, you'll hear a sound effect I remember from Woolly World.
But that's about the most they do.
Right. Oh,
I mean, at the end of the day, they still make a bunch of other exclusive ones, but you can always tell that they'll at least reuse a couple. Ow!
Did they do Woolly World?
Yes.
Okay.
And they are making that new Yoshi game that's coming out for the Switch.
They love their
Already.
xylophone sound effects.
Yes, they do.
Now,
But and the best part is, thank God they got rid. There are no signs of a kazoo. So anyway, what was it you were saying there?
Never mind.
Wow. You forgot what you were gonna say?
No, I remember. It just made no sense because.
Okay. So
But yeah, I guess if there's one thing I noticed a lot of people do tend to say when it comes to Wario Land Shake It, like, as far as critiques are concerned, some people aren't too keen on, like, all the waggle that you do in this game, though. That being said, this game's rather simplistic about it. Like, the most you usually do is, like, you shake your money bags, or tilt, or do, like, some sort of gyroscope tilting, like with the Unibuckets.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing crazy this game ever does, like, say, Zack or Wiki does.
Yeah, exactly, but James, you have to understand, this is modern gaming. If there's any form of motion controls, we have to despise it with a seething passion.
Well, I was gonna say.
So says Arlo, apparently.
Well, I still think that. Well, I have the unpopular opinion of still thinking that Zack and Wiki did a really cool thing with how they incorporate motion controls and actually making it feel more immersive and not just, hey, you can swing your sword, like in Twilight Princess, just whack it wherever you want. You'll swing your sword. But with Zack and Wiki, there was actual some sort of accuracy to it.
So Skyward Sword.
Yeah, same with Skyward Sword.
But Zack and Wiki came before the Wii Motion Plus.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although by the way, back to the Arlo thing. Watch the most recent episode of
Odyssey's review.
Of his
his
Odyssey review.
Odyssey review.
It's a long video.
Yeah, he goes a long time on the motion controls in that game, but God, it's hilarious.
I don't mind the motion controls. I played most of the game with it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that semi-answers the question I was about to ask.
I don't agree with him on the whole motion control thing, but I can see where he's coming from.
And plus, he did say that just because it's
At that point, I just feel like when he was how he was giving out his critique, it felt more like a nitpick than anything.
well, to be fair,
Yeah, he did admit that it was kind of a nitpick, but he did also go like, everybody notices this. Nobody likes the motion control. I'm like, no, there are people who like the motion controls. I have a
well, to be
Yeah,
fair,
I
it's
played
also a
the
matter of.
Yeah.
I was about to say, there's also a matter of, like he mentioned, like just because it's not a problem for one person doesn't mean that it will apply to every other person.
Yeah, I
but
know.
Yeah.
he makes it sound like it was everybody's problem,
Well,
like
I don't
just
think
to
he
go-
said. I don't think he said everyone. It's just like close friends he mentioned that had that problem.
Yeah.
Well, even
Then
then, I think he did dwell on that topic a little too long. So
Yeah.
it kind of did feel like he was making a bigger deal out of it
Well,
than it
to
really
quote,
is.
To quote Duck Death, just as long as you don't complain about the motion controls for too long.
I was gonna say, like, and this is again my opinion that like, I understand that it's gonna feed into the mentality that like some companies have about loot boxes, and I'm not supporting loot boxes, but I will say that I feel like you can't call motion controls a problem if there is another like use that you can use. Like you don't have to play Odyssey with motion controls.
You don't. I mean, you do miss out on some of the cooler options, though. At the same time, it's not. Ah, shit!
Ouch.
Ah, my bunions!
But
But other than that, like, there's no real like. I don't think it's a problem since you don't need it to beat the game.
No, you don't. Yeah, just regularly. Though I will admit, some of the moons in that game are so goddamn ridiculous that the motion controls are kind of a saving grace.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like no, there's a bit where you need him to like speed up as a bullet, all that stuff. Anyway.
But
Yeah.
by the way, really quick, I don't know if you guys noticed, but one of my favorite little tidbit jokes that he did is when he started talking about the motion controls, you could hear Duck Death in the background going.
Yeah, he was like groaning.
Getting ready.
I just love that little tidbit. I was like, wait a minute, is that Duck Death actually complaining about
like-
it?
And you know what? This is my first video seeing Duck Death. I know he appeared in one other video, but like just seeing him going back and forth with Duck Death and just the entire... Why are his videos so devil damn charming?
They are very charming, and
He does a really good job. I like the Muppet aesthetic he goes for. Really nice.
yeah. I love. By the way, Duck Death has two of my favorite lines in all
But
of
more on
his
that later.
videos now.
We'll talk about that in a second. Sorry.
Oh, fine.
So I was gonna say, I'm actually talking about motion controls. James, what are the motion controls like in this game?
Like I said, the most you really do is like you shake your bags, you shake your cages. There's many times where you will tilt the Wii remote in order to do certain things and whatnot.
Uh-oh.
And down we go.
Nice.
By the way, that's something you kind of have. That's kind of like a noob trap right there. Like you're probably you're not gonna figure out to do that your first time.
Right.
And for that trouble, you will probably miss out on a moonstone.
Moonstone. And this speed up.
And this
So
speed
you'll
of music.
never be able to evolve your Jigglypuff.
So,
Oh yeah, this is all.
or was it
Is the
Jigglypuff
music
or-
different for each escape you do?
It kind of
Uh,
depends.
wait.
Like it's different on some levels, but some levels share the same escape theme.
Oh,
like
no.
this one is the same as the first levels.
Right. Like I will give this game that. Like it's pretty good when it comes to level variety.
Okay.
And in total, like, as far as length is concerned, this game is definitely longer than, say, Wario Land 4. Like, they included one additional level with 4 additional levels. And aside from that, there's also a couple of,
I didn't
unlockable
know
levels
you
can
can
get at the
include. I didn't know you can include one additional level with 4 additional levels.
You get what I mean. Anyway.
Time to hoof it.
Well, yeah, long story short, this game's longer than Wario Land 4, and well, if you like what this game has to offer, then you're good. Only downside is that for like the post-game levels, you do need to find them via some weird gimmick that involves Merfolk. I don't immediately remember what it is.
Well, let's hope.
It's about as weird as say like trying to find that one, trying to have a Shiba Inu help you locate a power moon.
Yeah, those ones suck. Because sometimes he doesn't find it immediately. Anyway, that's it. We're done. Let's move on to our first boss. Let's hope that it's not as much nightmare fuel as in Wario Land 4.
Can I just really quick say the couple of lines I like from Duck Death?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Basically, just his first line when you first see him. Don't tell me. Yep, I'm dead, aren't I? Dead as a doornail. And then also,
Well, actually, Matt, before you continue on with that, here's our first boss. Cower before roll and rattle. My temple is your tomb.
Oh,
So, yeah.
dears.
Let's
Let's
begin
go
then.
say hello to Roll and Rattle.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'll probably offer up a cup of tea or something. Wait, tea? That chump? I was expecting coffee.
Well, here we are, so let's see if we can save the Merfolk.
Oh,
Or not Merfolk, get the emblem. Oh. With their powers.
Yep, with the power of the Merfolks, we have access to our first boss.
I'll just.
Now let's see what it is. You're fine, Matt. We just got a little sidetracked with the boss here.
Oh.
There he is. It's Roll and Rattle. And he's a big one. So big that he takes up a good chunk of the screen.
Oh,
Yeah, that's actually
cool.
something.
Okay,
A
what
lot
do
of
we
the
do?
bosses tend to take up a lot of the screen.
Yeah, though do be careful because when this guy launches his head down, it does cause a shockwave and Wario will get stunned by it.
So jump. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
or
what's-
else that'll happen.
Actually, real quick, I noticed his
Jack.
body looks pre-rendered too.
Yeah, I think it is.
Aw.
Well, his body is. I think his head might have been drawn from scratch.
Well, that's what I meant. Just the body.
Oof.
The head, I'm sure, is 2D.
Yeah, like hey, you know, Goodfield can definitely pull some nice graphical imagery when they feel like it.
Nice.
Okay, now real quick, since it looks like we have plenty of health, Matt, go ahead and say your other line.
I can't believe this, but that video was so nearly long that I actually almost died.
Uh-oh.
Or no,
I'm
no,
getting
I almost
Mega Man.
nearly died.
I'm getting Mega Man X Sigma boss vibes from this.
God, yeah, this does remind me of Sigma's second, the third phase of the boss fight. And, like,
Yeah.
thankfully this part's not nearly as annoying as that boss fight, and it doesn't require a rolling shield.
Oh good, the ceiling extends. I thought the ceiling ended there.
Actually,
No,
Matt, just
that-
add
like
on. Just real quick, just add on to your quotes, Matt. I remember one that I liked as well, where it's like, Oh, well, I was afraid that it'd have to involve harvesting my soul to you. You do know you're going to be back here for Metroid, you know that?
Yeah, you're going like, well, you know that you'll be back for Metroid when Pikmin 4 Metroid Prime 4 comes out. That's true.
Oh,
Okay, that was me being
Is there a
kind of
Metroid
stupid,
4 coming
just
out?
Jumping,
Well, not
like,
Metroid, Pikmin?
Metroid
Yeah,
Prime 4.
Prime 4.
No.
I know probably have motion controls, just like 3 did.
He did say Pikmin as well, though.
Yay! Boom. Oh.
I'm surprised
Wow.
it didn't crush Wario, considering the placement of him in the thing.
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
cutscene, so of course it couldn't have.
There it is.
There it is.
Our first Pokemon badge.
The most bad...
We have Super Gutsman.
We have successfully gotten the most badass brass knuckles in the world.
Do.
That require 2 hands to wield. Like you have to just hold them together in front of you. Anyway, we did it!
Yeah.
Wario was excited.
Save the... Well, Rattle Ruins.
You saved the world.
Hard vessel. Whoa. Oh,
Hard
health
vessels
upgrade.
are pretty much health extensions.
Yay.
Because Wario's
Now you know.
Wario's definitely gonna need him.
Wario, assume the position.
Ah.
Yeah.
Peace, losers. But the peace sign only requires 2 fingers. Shut up.
Oh.
This is my own brand of peace.
Let's check out our newest treasures, starting with the recyclable bottle. This bottle can be returned to the store to get your deposit back.
Heh.
This is my own brand of peace, called a peace of mind.
Anyway, the silver armor. Armor forged of pure silver. Stylish? You bet. Practical? Not in the slightest.
Ooh, let me do this one. Key to my heart opens the heart of that special someone. Be your own Cupid.
Thank you, condescending Goofy.
How
James.
No. Sorry.
Here.
Anyway.
This would probably hurt a lot if you got hit with it, but you'll have to lift it first.
Yeah.
That requires work.
Moonstone. This rock probably came from the moon. I mean, just look at it!
Yeah, but
Cheese.
yeah, discovered by the great.
Oh.
The manly Maui. It's hard
The
to compete with
Moai.
the manliness of a guy made completely of stone.
He's not wrong.
Matt said. But
Yeah, it's Moai. But by the way, the Moonstone, as discovered by that great explorer known as Mr. Wallace.
Dude.
You know, in hindsight, I probably should have made those segments a little longer so we can actually get our thoughts in with these treasures. But with that said, ladies and
It's
gentlemen, we're done with the Rattle Ruins. In the next part, we shall get our map to the next area. Till next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Wah.